So let's take a look at some of the stories that I saw this week that I thought might be interesting in the world of video. So the first is that there is a report out from the folks over at WARC. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure what it stands for, but essentially they are an institution that works within the marketing and advertising world. It's supposed to be a sort of an independent voice looking at data and insights to try and inform that industry as to trends and the like and what's going on, what's working, what isn't. Anyway, they brought out a recent report looking at YouTube, and a couple of things caught my eye. The first thing was that back end of 2022, ad investment into YouTube was actually starting to dip, and they're starting to see a bit of a decline there. But they're back with full strength. So in 2023, they're actually projecting that they're going to see a rise in investment of ads on YouTube, which is super interesting given market conditions and the ecosystem that we're currently working within. Brands and companies looking at YouTube as a way to reach their audience perhaps more effectively than some other channels. So that's really interesting. A lot of that driven by commerce, and they are a big user of YouTube as a platform to reach audiences, but interesting to see if other industries start moving onto the YouTube bandwagon. The other thing that was in the report, which I sort of know, but I think it's worth stating again, is that YouTube now is able to reach almost half of all internet users globally, which is pretty impressive. And in fact, YouTube's now the most popular platform online, full stop. So if you are a brand, if you are a business and you're not thinking about YouTube, then you probably should. Your audience and your customers are going to be there. And so whether you like it or not, they're going to be coming across your channel. So it's probably worth putting a bit of time and effort into what that particular shop window actually represents and how you actually look. Next up is a report from Meta and Nielsen. Now, this isn't quite so independent, I suspect, but still interesting nonetheless. So they took a look at the different formats that were running within their ad platform to sort of see what was the most effective. So the first thing that came out of this report was that the return on ad spend for ads run on Meta were 30% more effective than those ran on TV. Not sure how interesting that is. TV is for a very particular type of brand, but it's a number and it is stronger and more powerful than traditional TV. So we'll take it for what it is. But what was interesting was that video was coming out top when it came to return on ad spend on the Meta platform. So in particular, they were looking at Reels and Shorts video clips. Those were the ones that were best performing. And in fact, what they found was that videos shorter than 15 seconds performed best. So if you are using the Meta platform and thinking about how can you get to your customers on that platform, then video is probably the way to go. And keeping it as short as you can, or at least under 15 seconds, is going to serve you well. Now, the full report, I'll put the link. It is quite interesting. And if you don't want to read the full report, there is a infographic, if you remember those, that will sum up all the key highlights. So I'll put the link there too. And what would a news update be without a little bit of AI? Thousands of AI tools coming out almost every day, it seems, at the moment. But the one that sort of caught my eye this week was the launch of Neuralangelo from Nvidia, or at least the announcement of Neuralangelo. This was an AI tool that's been created by Nvidia that converts 2D video into 3D video, which is pretty impressive, really, because to do that up until now, you needed all sorts of depth of field cameras or all sorts of interesting hardware setups. Essentially, what they're saying is that they found a way, or they've created a way of being able to turn regular 2D footage and transform it into a lot more versatile 3D footage. So lots of implications for the film world, for the gaming world, and entertainment generally, but also actually for brands and for businesses. If this becomes more available, think about companies like architectural companies or real estate. The ability to create 3D tours, and of course then the medical world, perhaps even looking at can you turn 2D medical images into 3D models. So super interesting what's going on there at Nvidia. That company now almost $1 trillion in market cap. So going gangbusters, but we'll keep our eye closely on all the opportunities that are becoming available in AI within the video world. There is actually a recent blog on the Wuxi website on AI within video. Go and take a look at that, which sums up some of the other things that are going on. But that's what I saw this week. And then finally, a little bit more AI. This was announced at Google's marketing conference last week. I didn't actually talk about it last week, but I'll talk about it this week. They were talking a little about how they're bringing Google AI to their YouTube and video advertising products. The first place that they're looking to bring it to us as customers is the ability to turn video into multiple formats. Now, we would always propose that if you're going to be creating a video, you may as well be turning that into multiple formats, whether that be square, vertical, horizontal, using all the formats, giving yourselves as many opportunities to get in front of your audience. But YouTube and Google are now actually going to bring that into their platform and have an AI do that for you. Now, the results are yet to be seen, so we'll see how those pan out. But for simple videos, they'll probably work pretty well. So that's going to be interesting, especially for smaller businesses that perhaps haven't got the buying power to go and do lots and lots of this editing the more traditional way. And then on top of that, they're bringing AI into the actual reach capabilities of these platforms. So there's a couple of ways you can use video and YouTube. The first is video action campaigns, which are essentially driving conversions and driving actions out the back of your videos. Or there's video reach campaigns, which are more about awareness and getting in front of your target market. It's that second group where they're bringing Google AI to bear. Looks like what they're going to be doing is using that AI to essentially determine where your videos end up. So there's now a lot more inventory within YouTube and the video options that you have at Google. So it could be, whether it's in video feeds or in shorts, all these options, the Google AI is going to help manifest where those videos end up to try and just drive the best performance for you. So interesting to see how those pan out and what the results actually are once people start deploying them. So that's it. That's the sort of 4 core things that I saw this week that I thought were interesting. Stay tuned and we'll do this again next week.